Alright, welcome back to another E7 video, man. We have the Rinak preview ready to go, man. And let's get right into it. Alright,
Come on,
now,
impress me.
let's see. From the.
Trying to get away, are we?
Alright, let's let her do her thing.
Turning to cowardly tricks?
Yeah. So, yeah. So, from what stayed the same? It looks like her element stayed the same. The passive. What I think that was her skill 3. The skill 2 icon was her skill 3. And then the passive skill was the A. Coley thing, right? With the 50% crit chance and whatever. But let's see what stays. What's your stay in the
A
kit?
part-timer at a private investigator's office in the back alleys of the Fundos. In the past, she lost her parents after becoming entangled in the affairs of the underworld, and eventually
Yo, am I crazy?
lost her parents
From the back here, she looks like this one right here. She's from the back. She looks like Free Renbred. It's too funny.
after becoming entangled in the affairs of the underworld, and eventually came under Robin's care. Although she grew up admiring Robin for how she would take out their enemies, the
Hmm.
Robin she once looked up to soon washed her hands of her criminal lifestyle
Damn.
and settled into life as a local deadbeat. While passing her days
Nah, they calling her a deadbeat, but she just gave up the life of crime, bro. She had enough of it.
Rinak was chosen to become an heir by the guardian Hanyen and found herself standing before a new destiny.
All right,
Rinak is a 5
all right, bro. She has all right attack for a thief. No defense at all. All right, it's low HP, but 129 base speed. 129 base speed. Yo, this zooming. This is gonna you're gonna be zooming. You know what I mean? No crit chance in her awakenings. No effectiveness or anything, which means she's probably a straight DPS, right? Something like that.
attack further through her
Yeah, she has attack imprint
imprint concentration.
and for the team. All right. Skin introduction. Let's
Skill
get it.
2.
All right. Skill 2 active, not a passive that we saw before. So it's not a passive, and I don't see any focus around here either. So it looks like they took out the focus as well. Swiftly attacks the enemy, dispelling all buffs. This full buff strip. All buffs before decreasing combat readiness by 50%? No, 40%. So you can probably use her with, but you can use her with MLTU if you wanted to, yeah? So she seems like an aggro unit, right? All these CR pushback units. We got the Veronica EE, all that, bro. Holy, everybody's pushing back CR now. 40% and inflicting pilfer. That's a new debuff, right? Grants increased attack to the caster for 2 turns and an extra turn. Alright. Soulburn, ignore ER, or we love to see those. So ignore ER pushback. I am like, oh, what am I gonna do? Pilfer, unique effect. Decreases attack, HP, and defense by 20% and grants spoils to the attacker. Alright, applies to heroes only, so no PvE, and remains even after dying, which means when she dies or when they die. I think it's when they die. So if they revive, they still revive with that on them. Okay. So and this debuff is similar to Leafy's S3, if or Leafy's S3 S1, her passive thing when she puts on you. So that means you can actually put this on Emma Hwayong because that's how the gold debuff work, right? So you can put Leafy's thing on her, the Omen, whatever it's called. Yeah, you can put that on Hwayong. You can probably put this as well. So he's going to be lowering her attack, her defense, and her HP. It's crazy. He's going to make it easier to nuke her down. Alright. Unaffected by ER, and that's talking about the debuff, right? Because she already ignores ER on her Soulburn, but this thing, similar to Leafy, again, Leafy is the example. Only Leafy's is a little bit stronger because Leafy's applies her Omen even if you have immunity, right? It bypasses immunity. This doesn't seem to do that, right? Okay. Alright. Or whether or not the attack hits, so you can put it on evasion units, you can put it on anybody you want. Okay. Alright. Increases attack of the and HP defense by 20%. So she's never mind that she has like super low base stats. She's gonna get a 20% increase to all those three stats, right? And she's getting attack buff on top of that. Okay. Can stack up to 4 times. Upon death, the pilfer goes away. Okay, so when she dies, pilfer goes away, which is gonna be a little bit rough since she's in stealth, right? Okay.
Pocketing. Swiftly attacks the enemy.
Alright. So let's go up here. This is an interesting one. I don't know how I'm gonna use this unit if I'm turn 2, but yeah.
Spelled and remains
Let's see the
inactive when
animations.
revived. However, when Rinak dies, both pilfer inflicted on all enemies and spoils granted to Rinak will all be dispelled.
So she did the 2600 on the corral. Wait, what happened here? Why is there only 3 units on the board? Did I skip a skill?
Pilfer inflicted on all enemies and spoils granted to Rinak will all be dispelled. Skill 3.
Okay, skill 3. Alright. Clumsy finish. This was the passive activation from the story, but this is just a straight skill. Nimbly attacks the enemy, penetrates the target's defense by 100%, and cannot trigger critical hit. So that's why she doesn't have any crit. This is kind of, you see, aggressive teams don't really have to sacrifice too much at all. She's got a fast unit. She doesn't need crit or crit damage. Not like Sid. It's not like Sid or a Sid where they need to at least build some crit. So she's gonna be really fast. Alright, she's gonna be really fast because I've seen this is attack and speed pretty much. It seems like. But cannot trigger critical hit. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's speed. After attacking, triggers a security sensor. By mistake, dispelling all buffs from the caster, and inflict stun for 1 turn. So you can't run her with immunity. I was thinking to run her with immunity to like cheat away the stun or something, but you can't do that. Well, she still stuns herself, so you can try her with the DK Sharoon, right? DK Sharoon, and inflicts 7,000 fixed damage on all enemies. Ooh, okay. Ignores ER. That ignore ER, I'm pretty sure it's just for herself because this skill doesn't have any debuff, so it ignores her ER to strip the buff off of her, right? They don't want you to cheat the system.
Caster speed.
7,000 fixed damage AoE though, so she could fight into Tori, and since this is fixed damage, you probably need, if you want to fight her, you probably need to build yourself a FCC, to reduce that damage down to, it's gonna go down to like what, 3.5 AoE or something like that, yeah. So you're gonna need FCC, or you take FCC yourself with the Rinak, because that's how a lot of people. Some people are doing that right now. They're taking like FCC with Tori and stuff like that, so their fixed damage doesn't get neutered. And she's gonna give her a barrier to FCC, so keep her alive longer, so that the pilfer stays, and the what's the other one called? Whatever. We'll look about.
After attacking, triggers a security sensor by mistake, dispelling all buffs from the caster and inflicting stun for 1 turn. And
I
inflicts
do want to see her with
7,000
DK Sharoon though.
on all enemies.
So she hits the Hawaiian here for 8k, and then she takes like a big tick of damage, and she gets hit by 14k, and her health is already decreased, right? So she's gonna get one shot. She did not counter, but I don't think it mattered.
Ignores
Cause she wouldn't get the Secret's healing anyways.
effect resistance.
At that age.
Skill 1. Vital Point Slash. Attacks the enemy with a
Okay, skill 1. Attacks the enemy. Alright, another 100% defense plan, which Emma Elenov as well could be in here, but there's a lot of, she's more relying on her fixed damage, it seems like, but Emma Elenov can help that as well. DN as well. But she has a full strip. So even if you run her with DN there, so it'll be Emma Elenov more. Because even if you run DN and you put the and she's gonna be fast as hell. I don't think DN is gonna be outspeeding her. She's gonna be fast as hell. So even if DN did go first, she has a full strip ignore ER on her skill too. So doesn't even matter.
dagger. Penetrates the target's defense.
She's gonna hit whoever she wants. Yeah. Penetrate defense 100% again. Cannot crit. Damage dealt increases proportional to the speed.
Trigger a critical hit.
How much does this do?
Damage dealt
6k on the pair.
increases
It's not
proportional to the caster's speed.
alright. Artifact.
Rinok's artifact.
All right. They didn't give her. They didn't give her a Wind Rider. Okay. Discreet hands. Rinak outspeeds even the wind itself. That's the description here. 129 base speed. Yeah, surely, surely. All right. Increases attack by 10 up to 20% is going to be probably 15% at plus 15 or 12. 15 or 12, one of those two. Um, at the end of the turn, when the caster has a debuff, increases combat radius by 15% and grants stealth for 2 turns. So, yeah. So she's going to stun herself, grant herself stealth for 2 turns, and then increase her CR up to 20 to 30%. And then if you pair with Sharoon Z on top of that, Sharoon's going to get a CR push from the stun. And she's going to give her Cascade. So she's going to get pushed up, she's going to get Cascade. And then she's going to come back around for some nice chip damage on that S1, you know? Okay.
Discreet hands.
This is good. This is going to be cool. I want to see her with Sharoon. I want to see her with Sharoon, bro.
As she picks
I
up
want to
the
see how it
pieces
works out. It
to
might not be
prepare
that great as I'm thinking, but it just seems fun.
criminal funds. Little does she know that there is a certain someone who is aware of her antics.
A certain someone. Is that somebody else, or are you talking about Robin? I don't know.
Increases attack by up to 20%. At the end of the turn, when the caster has a debuff, increases combat readiness by up to 30% and grants stealth for 2 turns.
30%, dude. A 30% combat radius, which is definitely huge. Since she's gonna jump around the bar since she's so fast, right? And she doesn't need to worry about crit damage or anything like that.
Trying to get away, are we? You can't outrun me.
A young and nimble thief who idolizes charming villains.
Okay.
Players will be able to meet Rinak through the limited summons starting May 1st.
Dude, listen. I know you're watching this video. I told you when when something when they showcase something on a Friday, it's usually something special. You know, I mean, some of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, it's usually something special on a Friday. And I said, hey, she's being showcased on a Friday. She might be either limited or maybe just a rift unit or something. But she is limited, and she's coming already. Wait, she's already coming soon. So, like, she's coming in like 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks or 1 week? 2 weeks. So
Thank you.
that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, let's put this up. Turn it. I need to turn that down a little bit more.
Thank you.
Hold on. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the unit. I like this music actually. What is it?
Take you in my
But
sleep. Consider this.
she goes into the Hwayong. You see, she put the gold debuff on the Hwayong, just like what Leafy does. And she didn't counter here, but even if she countered anyway, it wouldn't matter because she wouldn't get the cigarettes healing anyways. And her HP is now decreased. Hwayongs are usually around what 16k HP, most of them. Mine is a little bit tankier, but it's usually around there. So she gets 20% decrease to that. She's gonna be squishy as hell. So she's definitely gonna die.
Trying to get away, are we?
So she gets hit with, and keep in mind, this 9k damage that she took here is being absorbed into Crow as well, right? Crow was taking that into his Aureus. So this is going to hit harder than what we're seeing here, right? And she still took 14,000 damage, like, total. Crow took the Aureus for the rest of the team. That's why they only took 1,600 or whatever. 1,600 instead of the 7k. Crow took all of that into him. That's why he got hit for like 11,000 there. That is crazy. That's ridiculous. Actually. Alright, Carl's gonna push her back up again too. The CR push didn't look that big on the bar though, but
I have no more business
In the light's name.
is she gonna push up the arena or that's it? Push up the Carmen to protect the arena. Okay.
I'll protect you.
Oh yeah, because Crow is coming right for the horse. I mean, this wouldn't. This. Who did he go into? Oh, Charles. Yeah, that would definitely would have killed Charles. I thought she because Carmen has Is it her or Green Army? I'm getting the two confused. But I'm pretty sure she has like a 30% single target. No, that's probably Green Army. She has the built-in Aureus. Green Army is probably the one with a single target reduction. Remind me of
Shall we begin?
that car laughing around really fast. By the way.
How cumbersome. Do you still believe there's hope?
Okay.
Are my sweet babies all ready?
Shoe coming through with the cannon.
You dare! Impress me.
Wait, she has her skill 2 back. How is she has skill 2 back? It's a 3-turn cooldown, right? Oh yeah, she was stunned for a turn. Okay, yeah. So she took a turn. She S3'd, and then she got stunned for the last turn. So yeah, so she's already back to skill 2.
Come on! What's even the point in struggling?
She put on a crown.
Ballsy, aren't we? No, you're great! I'm
You'll
sorry.
pay for getting in my way.
So this is also technically like a little bit of an injury as well. A little bit of it kind of counts as a little bit of injury as well, all right? And imagine you have this, your defense is getting lowered, your HP getting lowered, and your attack. And imagine they stack like a defense break on top of that as well. You're gonna be cooked, bro. And she's gonna nuke you down to, you know.
What a waste of
Wait, how much did he get hit for? Oh my god, out.
What a waste of
Because his defense is broken technically, right? 20% defense.
Don't be afraid.
He already wasted his S3, so you don't have to worry about him anymore.
Forgetting something? What a walk in the park this
Oh, by the way, that thing. Oh, by the way, she gets that stack. Yes, oh, yeah. So her thing stacks. That's a weird frame to pause on, but her thing stacks every time she uses that skill, right? So she stacks up to 4 times. So now she has a number 3. I noticed that on top of her head there is a number 3. So this is 60% stats increase here. She's gonna go up to like 80%, right?
something? What a walk in the park this
I didn't notice that, but that slipped past me. But yeah,
I'll end this.
how much is she hitting for? I wasn't cheating for another 9K, but this it should be hitting harder this time, but I don't know why.
I'll end this quickly.
Oh yeah, it went into the barrier. It went into the barrier, yeah. Oh, yeah, it went into the barrier. So you got hit actually for a lot more than that.
Forgetting
Didn't get to
something?
see.
What a walk in the park this Huh? I'll end this.
But yeah, she's definitely more of a aggro unit, aggro cleave unit. But I'm still gonna be pulling her on to see if I can have some fun with her still, but I just like the unit, so
In the
it
lights
is what it is. She got stunned again.
beast of the west.
I would have just pushed her up, yeah. Yeah, push her up.
Consider this an honor. Time to face the conflict.
Bruh, that skill cycles way too fast.
Impress me.
that's a that's a that's a 40% CR pushback. So even if Shu had her speed buff, I mean, he's gonna get stripped anyways, unless it's an ER Shu, and she could soul burn if she wanted to, right? But yeah, she died. That's it. But yeah, that's Rinak. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. She's a limited unit, so make sure you grab a copy of it. Don't be like regretting not pulling her. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm excited for this one.